the other side.
Yep.
All right, I've got 6:30. We'll go ahead and get
It
started.
can happen fast.
I would like to remind anybody who hasn't signed in the hallway, be sure you sign in so we can keep track of attendance here. We'll go into number 1, approval of the current agenda.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, number 2, approval of the minutes from August 22nd, 2019 meeting.
Support.
There's moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, number 3, public comments. Anybody in the public have any comments on anything that's not on, otherwise listed on the agenda? All right, we'll go into the agenda items for today. Bylaw discussion action.
So at our last meeting, we presented the updated bylaws. Per our legal, we tabled it, or removed it. Basically, the only change is the membership, making sure that we have that correct. And now that we've had that 30-day window, we just need to approve them.
Hi, Tiffany.
Yep.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second to the motion?
No second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the bylaw as amended. Any further discussion?
Just for the record, I will be voting no on these proposed bylaws. I do not believe they comport to the 1991 agreement, creating a service board, or the 1988 agreement as well. And there's currently ongoing litigation related to all these issues.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Number
2, countywide communication system discussion.
So in your packet, there's a breakdown. We've kind of went over this before with the change that we discussed at the last meeting about including our surrounding departments that come into our county. That would allow them access to the system and to talk to our county dispatch center. Initially, I tried really hard to scale this back and cut some costs out of it, but we found out that if we cut too much, it affects our rebates and discounts. Initially we had cut back some of the portable radios, not giving so much multi-band away. And when I sent out information to the surrounding departments as well, we talked about, one multi-band for their vehicle, and then just a single band, so it only function on our system for portables. And I've upgraded those to include multi-band all the way around, so they can use the portables and the mobiles in their area as well as our area. I also working with Mr. Freeman, who is the consultant for the supervisors. We talked about, initially I was really trying to just knock this out, get it paid, be done with it. But because we did have to add some more cost to it, and again, I don't want the center to suffer because we do use surcharge funding to keep things up to date in there. I did extend that out a little bit and lowered the yearly contribution from the surcharge funding. So we're looking at 11 and a half years, total of $1.4 million And that's for all the subscriber units, for all the departments, both inside Mahaska County and any department that responds into Mahaska County. I'm still waiting on the contract from the Board of Supervisors. Once we get that, we can have legal look at it, and if everything's good, then we'll bring that back before the 911 board for approval. I did put it in the budget, the $100,000, and we'll talk about that as we move forward. But questions on this?
On the surrounding departments, now is that one mobile and one walkie?
2 portables, walkies, 2 of those, and 1 mobile.
2 portables and 1 walkie.
Yes, and the reason I thought 2 portables is, there's not too often, short of maybe a tanker, it's not too often you only send 1 guy or gal.
So it's two portables
2 portables,
and 1 mobile.
yep. And the cost per radio, you can see there. So a portable multi-band radio for 1 handheld, which is on the sheriff's waist right now with the little mic that comes up here, $4,800. For the one that goes in the vehicle, $39.95.06.
And these are 800 mobile, 800
Yes.
frequency.
Correct. But, well, no, they're multi-band. So they'll work on the 800, they'll work on the 700, they'll work on your VHF. If you still have the UHF, it'd work on that.
No. No, we
Yeah,
got rid of that.
But, yeah, no, it's a multi-band radio. So you'll be able to talk to, you can use it in Monroe, you covering 3 counties. You can use it in Monroe County, you can use it in Wapello County, and when you come to Mahaska County, you can use it here.
Jamie, if you could explain to us again the reason for these changes. It's because we were gonna lose part of the discount that Raycom was giving us, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, there was quite a gap. I mean,
By trying to save money on radios, it was gonna cost us in the end because we were gonna lose part of the $400,000 rebate, you will, if you wanna call it that, or.
yeah, rebate, discounts, buy them both. The more radios you buy, the cheaper they make them, so. Would you agree with that, Mr. Gordon? I mean,
Yeah, the RFP included so many radios and accessories, that's what everybody wanted, and that's what the bid was based off of.
Right.
So when you buy less product, the discount came off, and so you're gonna buy the radios or pay it through the discount.
Right.
And so
It's virtually a push though, or pretty close to a push either way. If we'd have gone with fewer radios, it would have cost us fewer, we would have got a smaller rebate from it.
Just for clarification, is it this board's intention, is the RFP just included the cost of the radios, and this 1.4 million has the cost of the accessories in it as well? So I just want to be clear, you're wanting the county to cover the total 1.4 in a contract, or we don't take the accessories out of the 1.4? Or does the board want the contract for the whole $1.4 million?
That would be what I would like to see. I'm not the board, but this way it's turnkey. Here's your radio and go. It's not, what do I need to make it work? What accessory do I need?
No, that's fine. I just want to make
Yeah.
sure, because some of this is accessories, which was not part of the RFP.
Right.
My thoughts, Mark, if we're buying the radios, we need to buy the accessories with them. And that's my thought.
No, I don't have an issue with it. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I didn't know if the 911 board's going to buy the accessories outright, or if we're just going to put the whole $1.4 million on that contract.
And that's what that's what I'm basing my payments off is 1.4.
Okay.
So yeah, like Mr. Bernadette had said, this is everything you need, the faceplate for the vehicle, the shoulder mic, chargers, because these new radios for that $4,800, they don't come with chargers anymore, so you have to buy a charger. Yeah, and then installation and the programming. And when we program specifically the outside department's radios, we'll make sure that we include which VHF you want, what, if you have access to the state system, what bank of those do you want, and then of course, you'll get access to our system as well.
Is that $34.50 for programming? Is that per radio? or is that,
No, that would be the total cost. for
that's the total cost?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, it's almost as much as radio.
Yeah, no,
It's
no.
per radio.
Yeah, so their spreadsheet they provided, they had, of course, everything broke out. So the spreadsheet part that you can't see has every radio listed and then pulls what their cost is and multiplies.
Any other questions to Jamie or comments? All right, we're on number 3, the 2020 and 21 budget.
So really no change from last year. Again, this budget's based on the surcharge. Like I said, initially when we discussed the countywide radio project, we talked about getting it paid off quickly and putting $103,000 a year towards it. Since we're dragging it out a few more years, I really don't want to run into a big issue and have to wait till that's paid off before we can start addressing those. So this way we can keep a little bit more money to the side and still make the payments to the supervisors. So, and of course, if we can give them more, we'll give more. We've been very successful in acquiring more funds. I'm not sure, I guess I should have figured out. You know how many extra funds we've got this year? I want to say 120-ish thousand probably. But
This is just for this budget's just for discussion tonight.
yep, just for discussion, with the thought being, and I put on their next meeting January 30th. And then even if we could take it out, and you can mark your calendar now, February 20th, if that's when we could tentatively mark the next 2 meetings, just because the next meeting we'll approve this for publication and setting the public hearing. And then in February, on the 20th, we would approve it with the public hearing. Oh, and it'd be January 30th of 2020. Thank you. Mine even says 3010, 19. Did you say 3019?
Yep.
I'm really skipping ahead.
Oh, dear.
I don't know anything that would.
Any
Advances
questions,
in science, Tom.
any questions for Jamie about the budget? Okay, next meeting, you got anything else you want to bring up to this commission?
No, I guess I'm just, Mark, and I don't know if you guys have had a chance to talk about it. Are you guys good with those numbers, or?
The 1.4?
Yeah, and the 100,000 for taking it out a little longer. Because initially I tried getting it, I think it was 5 or 7 years initially. So we did increase that to 11.5. And talking with Mr. Freeman, you guys are going 15 years on the bond?
You're talking about the total payment of 1.4 million?
Yeah, over 11.5 years at 100,000 a year?
I think we can make it work whatever we're gonna do.
Okay, okay.
It's just, I've not spoken to the supervisors, but,
No, right.
and this was just part of the agreement when we originally signed it on the dotted line. And so I don't expect an issue over it.
Okay. Other than that, we had our annual awards banquet, and Brandy Greatbatch is our telecommunicator of the year. Dave Cloyd was our call taker of the year, and Letita Kelderman was the teamwork award winner of the year. So.
All right, there's nothing else?
Does anybody have immediate conflicts with January 30th, 2020?
I'm just,
Are you gonna do the bowl?
That's a long ways off, Jamie.
I mean, I know you want that to make it work, but
Right.
you're still gonna do the bowl.
I will send out a doodle poll with just that one date to make sure we have a quorum, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll send out another one.
Good idea.
Okay. All right.
Anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
Nope.
I just got here, I can't do that.
I'll make that motion.
Lauren made the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Okay.